good to have you with us on this Monday. Just earlier today, I was thinking about the fact of how many months it's been, well over a year, since we had the different COVID restrictions begin and life began to change. And then, of course, we had the summertime of real unrest, and then the political season, and then the very clear moral pressure, immoral pressure being put on our country. And I thought, just in 1 year, how much has happened. Frankly, when I started these little videos, I expected to do this just for a couple of months, just to be an encouragement to folks while we were all, shut down from normal ministry. But as time has gone on, it seems like we have had a crescendo of issues facing us, and really a very clear just exposure of how far our culture has declined. And so we need to, as believers, realize that God wants us to respond properly. In 1 Corinthians chapter 16, in the concluding paragraphs here of this epistle, the Apostle Paul, just in rapid fire, says in verse 13, "Watch ye, stand fast in the faith, quit ye like men, be strong, let all your things be done with charity." And I think, this is a good couple of verses to look at when you think about all that's happening around us. We need to be sober. We need to be educated, watch ye. We need to be aware of what's going on. I have learned far more than I ever thought I would learn, and it is sobering. And we need to understand that. And then we need to stand fast in the faith. That's not just taking a stand. Once we're aware of the battle, we need to stand strong, believing that God can work. Faith is trusting in the Lord and His Word. It's an active reality, not just a defensive stance. And we need to, it says, quit you like men. In other words, be ready to accomplish what needs to be done, and then be strong. This is actually a very positive challenge to be on the offense during a time of trouble. So as we're sober, watching, looking at what's going on, our response needs to be to believe God, to be willing to be fully engaged in the work that God has for us, and to be strengthened by the mighty Spirit of God. And all of this needs to be done with victory over self and a genuine love, charity for those of this world that need the gospel. Very simple set of admonitions, but very important. And I'm so concerned as I see negative responses, frustrated responses, passive responses. This is a time in which we could see a mighty move of God if we would believe Him. So I want to encourage you today. Let's take this scriptural admonition and let's be ready to see God work. Let's believe God. Let's get over our unbelief and be strong in the Lord to accomplish His purposes in these great days ahead.